the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? It is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie. Welcome to the Tuesday podcast. Okay, so these icks that you're looking for, Kate, are these the icks that men have against women on Tinder? Is that correct?
Yeah, what gives men the ick? Because we're often talking about what gives women the ick.
Really big icks?
But, well, just in relation...
Massive ick.
Well, could be a small little ick or a big bad ick.
What about... we know that men on jet skis are icks.
Oh, as far as profiles, yeah. Oh, look, this is the thing, Fitz, and what surprised me. You ask a man for his opinion about these things, they don't often weigh in, but the floodgates have been opened.
Yeah, okay.
What about a woman on a jet ski? Thoughts? Discuss.
Well, I rather like the idea of that photo of Richard Branson where he is, I think, is he water skiing? And he's got a girl on his back? Maybe he's kite surfing.
He's kite surfing,
That's a pretty iconic photo. That looked like fun.
What about paragliding?
No, thanks.
Oh,
not
that's
for
not
me.
bad.
Not
yeah.
for me. No,
What
I've never done that.
What about someone with a kite? That's quite sexy, isn't it? Like them down the beach.
Yeah, like a big dragon or something like that. Yeah.
Big dragonic.
A big dragon.
What about someone throwing an aerobie? How good are aerobies? They go
What's
forever.
that?
Aerobie.
I thought you meant
Aerobie.
Ryobi. What's that?
No, aerobies are the
round
frisbee
circle one.
The frisbee
frisbee?
that broke the world record, Kate. It just keeps going and going.
Right. Can't get much sexier than that. Anyway, I mean, we can discuss this all
Boomerang?
day, or we could just listen to the podcast. Take it away.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk Paralympics. Now, let's go to Ash and find our medal tally. I think we're sitting 6th on the medal tally with 8 golds. Did we get a gold overnight, Ash?
Yeah, we did. We actually got a couple of golds. So early on, Lauren Parker won gold in the paratriathlon women's PTWC.
Yep.
But the event that was incredible to watch was the 4x100 metre medley relay.
Great.
Alexa Leary absolutely dominated the final leg to storm home and bring home the gold for the green and gold. It was unreal.
Naughty.
Have you seen the blind soccer? It's extraordinary what they do.
Well, it's with the bell, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's got the bell and the ball, but at the same time, if you're having a penalty shootout, Fitz, how do you know where the goals are? So what happens is an official will go round and tap a metal bar on the right side of the goals, on the metal, so you know where the right-hand marker is, and then go around and do it on the left. So your hearing gives you the indication of where the goals are, and then you take your kick. Isn't that extraordinary?
But imagine how
clever is that?
Your sense of
Hearing.
would be, and just picking up tiny little noises,
And then you just have to hope that you outsmart the goalie, I suppose.
Okay, here's a couple of stories, though. There's been a bit of controversy. So the other day, Australian athlete Jared Clifford was stripped of his bronze medal. Now, this is in the 5,000 metre event. Now, he's visually impaired, Jared, and he has a guide in the race. So he has someone that rides with him. So Jared holds on to a tiny piece of tether, which is, God, it's not very long at all.
No.
It would be, it'd be the size of it'd be half
be 10
of a basketball net. Yeah, it's not very at all. So
Just
he just runs
connecting
with that person, yes.
It's like a handcuff almost.
He ran 5,000 metres, right? And it was in the straight to get the bronze medal, and just before they got over the end, I'm not joking, like at the 4,995 metre mark, he let go of the tether and was disqualified and was stripped of the bronze medal.
That is ridiculous. Like, we need some common sense in there, do we? It's literally as he's crossing the line. Like, his race is run.
A lot of people are saying that they're the rules, but then how's this? We've got one back. So overnight, this is in the rowing, but cheating accusations have rocked the Paralympics because we've got a bronze medal in the rowing.
Yeah.
And the reason why, the Italian athlete who finished third, they went to his kayak and found in his kayak was a phone. Now,
What's wrong with that?
You're not allowed to have any communication device in there at all. But why would he have a phone? Is he putting a bet on himself halfway through the race, or what is he doing?
Just checking in. I don't know. He might be playing Wordle. Could be doing anything. Could get
So
halfway down the straight and want to use the GPS tracker.
So he got stripped of his medal because he had a phone in his kayak.
He could have got halfway down and then realised, I got a couple of emails to write. I'm winning by so much. I'm going to fire off a bit of my to-do list.
I mean, there's now it's more prevalent these days as well, and it's to do with wheelchairs and all that need to be checked all the time. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. But the most infamous Paralympic cheating scandal was the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Does anyone remember the Spanish intellectually disabled men's basketball team, where they found out afterwards that 10 of the players in the team didn't have disabilities at all?
That's right. They didn't win though either, did they?
No, they won it.
Oh, they did win.
They won the gold medal.
Right.
And then afterwards, they were investigated. This was a while afterwards, and found out that there was 10 of the players that didn't have a disability at all. They were just...
How do you do that as a nation?
That is unbelievable.
Like, if you're part of the committee and go, look, everyone has a disability here, and that's the aim of these games, to support and celebrate the disability and the achievements of those with disabilities. And then to sit back and go, I reckon we sneak a few in.
That's crazy.
Well, that is just the pits.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Summer is on its way. We've got 2 days of 29 degrees, Thursday and Friday, and I know spring has only just sprung.
You make me panic.
What do you mean?
Body's not ready.
Don't worry about your body. Your body is perfect just the way it is.
God bless you.
People are starting to cut back their lawns. I told you that. Like, it's just is
good
crazy times,
I love
mate.
lawn chat.
Do you mean,
times.
your yard lawns? Yeah, everything. I mean, you're going to have to start.
What do you reckon they're pruning already, do you?
Well, people are hitting the beach,
Sometimes you gotta maintain
Sometimes.
that,
I
mate.
had a discussion with a girlfriend yesterday about, have you ever had laser? I think I might do that this season. Anyway.
What?
Jim's mowing.
Yeah.
Koala
Oh, Fitz. What I wanted to do is before we head off this morning, I wanted to bring a bit of balance to the show, because we often talk about the icks of that women have, men, oh, God, that gives me the ick. I'm not into it. There's a story floating around which is about Tinder dating again, and this time they've decided to give the guys a fair go and ask them what their opinion is in relation to what the icks might be.
Okay.
On Tinder profiles, the things that give them the ick relating to girls. And gee, this is the thing when you ask somebody their opinion after a really long time.
Oh, they don't hold back.
An avalanche of icks.
Yep.
Here we go.
Very icky.
It is very icky. And, maybe I'm certainly not telling women or potential partners what to do, but maybe consider these. Are you on this list? There's the biggest 6 turn-offs were Snapchat filters on every photo.
Oh, yeah.
So this is me being a cute little puppy. Is that what that means?
You're just misleading.
There's a mate of mine who does. He tints the skin and then puts a few extra freckles on with a filter.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Jude
I don't
Bolton.
think
He does.
Bolts does it all the time.
I don't think you need the extra freckles.
Freckles came back into fashion in the last couple of years. Even there was a lot of chat around a lot of models on the cover of magazines, and they were adding freckles all of a sudden.
Okay.
Anyway, good chat. The bathroom selfie is also a turn off, with all their toilet and stuff visible in the background. I find that a bit untidy.
Mate, there's a couple of people in particular, and quite often you look in the background of these shots and you go, have you not noticed the bomb site behind you?
I don't pick the towel up.
Like, you're in your own home.
Or even when it's their beds in the background and they've got 25,000 dirty pieces of clothing on the floor.
And no one's looking at you because they're thinking you're a grub.
And they are definitely looking at them, though. That's why they can't see the mess.
Selfies in the bathroom for them.
Everyone's doing it, mate. Car selfie. They don't like the car selfie. These are the other things that are on Tinder profiles. according to men. When women say, I like my dog more than you. Also, when they joke about hooking up with your dad.
That's defensive, isn't it?
And then,
that's offensive.
And then when they say, just here for travel tips in, Sydney area or whatever.
I don't mind that because you're obviously not in for travel tips.
Yeah, but what are you waiting for? What tips are you waiting for?
No, but it's just a different point. That's all. You're not waiting for tips. It's just an icebreaker. That's all that is.
Oh, yeah,
Am I right, sisters?
You're just waiting for why don't you go to Northies, see you there Thursday?
Well,
kind
I
of
think
thing.
you're really saying, what if you and I catch up this weekend? What would your tip be?
Okay.
It's just an icebreaker, Kate.
What about this as far as the net goes? They put their Instagram handle up, but then when you click on it, it's private. So you can't even have a little snoopity snoop.
That's a big ick.
Obviously fake body parts, idiotic filters. This is what I mean about asking them a question and they unleash. Idiotic filters and add-ons to your photos.
They're funny.
Shopping list of qualities she wants in a man. Astrology stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of women that are into the astrology stuff, aren't they? What's your star sign?
Yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Do you know what I'm not into? Crystals.
Crystal meth. Yeah, well, that's a good thing.
Oh, look at that. I've got a purple.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We know that Sydney councils are some of the quickest in the world. But if you want proof to see how slow they actually are, there has been a report that has been filed, and it's announced the slowest councils of all time. George's River Council has been revealed as the slowest council for approving small-scale projects.
Well done.
They take, on average, 289 days to approve a DA.
Oh
well
my God.
done, guys.
So I'm wanting to put a small attachment on my garage. Guys, I just need sign-off.
So that will take close to a year to get approved in a DA.
What a punish.
Okay, the other slowest councils out there, North Sydney. Congratulations, guys. You're justifying your jobs really well there. Sutherland, they take 258 days. Willoughby take 238 days. And Hunters Hill, quite quick, 216 days to get a little fence put in at the front.
When you look at the Georges River Council at 289 days, I think they're just like, read the play. They're asking to be bribed. Guys, you've got to say, hey, there's a paper bag under the desk. Can we just push this one through?
I wonder if there's ever been a day where a councillor rocks up and looks at a DA approval and goes, do you know what, I'm feeling pretty good today. I might give it to him.
It's up there with a parking officer saying, no, don't worry about it. I'll be right.
And they'll go, but see, there must be moments, I reckon there are moments where they do look at some of them and they go, do you know what, it's pretty good. But no, we can't let them get through this quick, can we?
My sister approves for Willoughby Council.
Yeah.
She reckons she is the busiest woman in Sydney.
No, she's not.
Flat knacker
got nothing to
all
do.
the time. Yeah, I know. Like, you're clocking off at 5 o'clock, mate.
You know how they have, is it a presidential pardon, Tommy?
It is,
possibly in Indonesia?
Yeah, well, and in America, they can pardon, president can pardon people.
And they have a moment where they will, like, release prisoners and do all sorts of things. They need one of those days where it's a permit day, an annual permit day, like when DAs are approved, like it's raining DA approvals.
Someone goes around, you get a rumpus room, you get an extra level, you get a fence. You want a car park? Man. You've got it.
You've got it, mate.
We need like a we need like an Oprah council or something, don't we?
Get onto it.
You get this, you get that. Okay, let's open the lines. Tina's given us a call from Picton. You want to add to that, Tina?
Yes. My son, it took him over 18 months to get his house approval done.
Yeah.
It was meant to be finished building by the end of this year, and it hasn't even been started.
Oh, God.
So these poor kids, the price increases that they're going to cop now, it's just ridiculous. They should be liable.
That's the hard part about it, Tina. Someone will go ahead and they'll put in their plans at the council. They have their building costs, and then by the time it's approved, the building costs have completely changed, and quite often the owner can't afford it anymore.
exactly. It's just crazy. It's just not fair. No wonder young kids can't get ahead.
Oh my
And then you can't take them to court because then that costs you more money in legal fees as well, Tina. So where's he at the moment? So right now, Tina, what's happening?
Oh, they're renting, waiting.
Yeah, I bet.
Gosh, the
Oh,
poor
Tina, that
bugger.
is hard. If you work for a council, 132410, love to have a chat with you. Please
Tracy-
explain the process.
Yeah, get involved. Tracy and Coogee, what do you want to talk about, Trace?
I wanted to talk about the wonderful Keith last night.
Oh,
my God.
yes, you went along Oxford Art Factory.
It was so good. Thank you so much, guys. We loved it.
Tracy, that is great. Was it a full house, 500 people?
Full house. Celebrity spotting was Peter Overton and Jessica Rowe.
Oh, yep, they're good friends with Keith.
And Tracy, I need to ask as well, because you said you were going to make some salmon rissoles last night. Did you get to do that before you saw Keith?
I did, because my husband's Italian, so you don't throw stuff out. So
Right.
it was really good.
Okay, so did he go along to
Everyone
Keith
was
with
a
you?
winner. Yes, he did. He did.
Oh, did it fire up something between the two of you, Trace? Like, I quite often think watching live music with your loved one takes you back to your youth a little bit, you know what I mean?
Well, he actually walked in and said, I was here 40 years ago. It used to be a nightclub. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, okay.
Probably-
so there you go.
Probably with
No.
another girl, though, Trace, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, of course. I was doing my thing 40 years
Oh,
ago.
you bet you were.
bloody
We're not
Hey,
debating
Trace,
that.
did he do any covers or anything like that, or just played his...
Yeah, a few covers, and of course the old Aussie classic "Angels." Ever going to see your face again? With the special
The special part?
word.
Yep.
Yeah. We did that a few times. Everyone loves that.
Keithy.
You mad dog,
And was
Keith.
Peter
Tommy-
Overton yelling out, "No way, get effed"?
Probably.
Tommy, Keith's coming in with the guitar tomorrow, is that correct? Or
I think
is
it'll
it
be Thursday.
Thursday. Could we get Keith to do the Angels? Am I ever going to see your face again
And
live on air?
And we could just have we could just have Tracy on the phone filling in that part for us.
Love that. Let's
I'm
do
good
it.
at that part. I'm
Yeah,
very good at
I
that
bet
part.
you are, Trace. I love that. Hey, just to continue the celebration, I want to throw it out there to you, Trace. We're going to give you a double pass night at the Barracks. You had a win yesterday, and I want you to win today again, okay?
Oh my God! Thank you. Who's that to see?
Well, don't miss a night at the Barracks, North Head Manly.
Well, can we
Matt-
give it...
Fantastic.
We've already given Tracy
Yeah, I know,
one.
I'm
Can we
doubling
give
up
one
here.
to Tina? What
Yeah.
about poor Tina?
Tina can have one too.
Yes.
Tina, you want a night at the Barracks as well? Tina, you keen for a night at the Barracks as well? Matt Corby's performing.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll give it to my son.
Yeah, give it to your
Beautiful.
son.
October 4, tickets from nightatthebarracks.com.au.
Well done.
This is the Fitz and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Hey, I just wanted to talk about my eldest, Huey. Unfortunately, Huey got detention last Friday.
Oh, what
and
for?
You guys have met Huey numerous times.
Yeah.
Huey's quite a good student.
He's a very
And
good
so
kid.
when we got the phone call that he got detention, I was very interested to see what he had done at school.
Yeah.
His behaviour wasn't acceptable, the teacher said. What happened is... a man had robbed a petrol station in the area where the school was, right? And he was running away from police and avoiding police on the outskirts of the school. He actually had a knife on him as well.
Oh, God.
Everybody was all right. He was eventually caught, but the school went into lockdown. So the school's gone into lockdown. Everyone had to stay in their classes and just had to stay calm and quiet, but the kids were informed of what was going on. The teacher said, we didn't appreciate it when Huey and his friends got up at the window and they were yelling out, sacrifice the year sevens.
Okay. If someone has to go, it's going to
Now-
need to be the year sevens.
Bless
It
him.
also didn't help when Dad let out a little laugh when the teacher told us about it, which I felt bad about afterwards.
Did the teacher laugh with you or?
But do you know what? There was a moment where I went, geez, things have changed with detention. And don't get me wrong, I agree with it. I don't mind it. I'd rather my child go to a school where if there is unacceptable behaviour like that, you do get a detention for it.
Yes.
Whereas back in my day, I only ever had one detention, Kate, and that was because I picked up a fire extinguisher off the wall and I offloaded it into a kid that was just just getting stuck
Well,
in
that
me
is
the whole
quite
time.
serious.
He
That
deserved
is
it, yeah.
detention worthy. But so the detention really is to. I mean, I know it kind of sounds funny, but it's the teachers trying to teach the kids that the seriousness of the situation.
Of course,
you know.
Yeah, I always say to the boys too, they're good kids, and I think they're probably too good. And I always say to them, guys, I don't care if you get in trouble. Because you're there to learn. So if you get in trouble, you'll understand why you got in trouble, and you'll understand what the punishment means.
Well,
so I don't have a problem with it.
Well, this is what I said to Huey as well. And I had another mate who said to me, mate, he goes, and his child goes to the same school. He goes, on a school email, his best mate, and these two are thick as thieves. They are very close to each other. He emailed his mate during class and said, I know where you live. I'm going to visit your house tonight while you're sleeping. A teacher saw that email and he got detention for that as well. Okay. So
it's all part of development, though, as well, isn't it?
And hopefully,
but it's kind of cheeky.
It's good to get detention with your mate. Isn't it?
Well, yeah, I suppose so. Fills in the time.
Some kids, when I was at school, they got a Saturday detention. That was a big one. If you got a Saturday detention, that was big
Saturday.
They wagged school to go and see Elle Macpherson in a shopping centre.
You were a part of that, mate.
No, not me. But they were heroes in our eyes. They saw Elle Macpherson live.
Yeah.
Wow, I'd do a Saturday detention for that.
Well, see, that was... And the movie, The Breakfast Club came from a Saturday detention. That's a weekend detention. You spend the whole day at school. You couldn't think of anything worse. But I ran into Darren Mason the other day. Mace was the one that got... he got expelled from my school for surfing the school bus. Which at the time was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. And I saw him at a party, Kate, and he came over to me and said, Fitzy, I just want to let you know I was known for other stuff than just that. You don't have to talk about that moment all the time.
That's not the highlight of my life.
I said, but Mace, it's one of the highlights of my life. Yeah. Being on that bus and seeing you surf like Teen Wolf out of the movie was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life.
But I'm more than that, Fitzy. I'm more than that. I've done more than just surf a bus.
He's now a brain surgeon. And
is he really?
No.
Oh.
Paula's in Castle Hill. What happened when your kid was suspended, Paula?
He let off a stink bomb in the classroom.
Good gear. Yep.
And he got suspended for it because he was already on thin ice. But otherwise it would have, I think, just been his Saturday detention perhaps. But because he's one of those kids.
Paula, can I just take you back to one of my favourite memories at school on this topic? There was a kid by the name of Luke Hume, and he went and he would have had 10 stink bombs, and he put them under the chairs of the teachers in assembly. So, the ones where you had to squeeze down on the packet. So when the teachers came in and sat down on the packet and squeezed the 10 stink bombs,
they popped.
The excitement in the anticipation of knowing that they were about to stink out the entire hall was probably the highlight of my entire schooling.
Really? Do people still do stink bombs now in class?
Timeless.
Well, when I worked at Mitsubishi, there was a guy that used to sell fireworks and stink bombs from Germany from his house, Kate. Like he was off the back of a truck kind of thing. And I went around to his house once. These glass stink bombs. You remember the glass ones, Whip?
Yeah.
They were from Germany, and they were so effective.
Isn't that dangerous?
Didn't he put a stink bomb in the pie warmer? Fitz?
No, that's another story. No. But there was at Mitsubishi one time, the unions got together and we all had to vote. So there was 1,500 workers in this one warehouse, Kate, and we had to do this really important vote. I don't know what the conditions were over. So 1,500 people got in there, and I let off a stink bomb right in the middle of it. They actually had to call off the vote.
Well, you have grown working age.
There were blokes dry reaching.
So childish.
You could clear a bar. You could. What, do you want stink bomb stories, Tom?
No.
You want to do 13, 24, 10. When did you let off a stink bomb?
Go and make some yogurt and porridge or something.
We were going down the angle of, did your kid get in trouble, but you found it pretty funny?
Funny, it is. I mean,
funniest thing your kid got in trouble for.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I did feel bad letting out a little laugh when the teacher told us. But what did your kid get into trouble for that you had to laugh about? Sophie in Wollstonecraft, what did your daughter do to get into trouble?
When she was in about first grade, I received a phone call from the headmaster of the primary school saying that she got into trouble that day, but he couldn't tell me what had occurred.
Okay.
So I finally picked my daughter up from after-school care and asked her what had happened. Anyway, it turned out that she had called a teacher Mrs. Bossy Boots after she was told not to do something, and I laughed the entire way home. I couldn't help myself.
It just shows a good personality, doesn't it, so?
Yeah, you'd rather
Yeah, it
that.
hasn't changed. She's 23 now, and it hasn't changed at
Oh,
all.
my God.
Still doesn't like, being told what to do, I would imagine.
Could have been worse.
Well,
Bernadette in Borkham Hills. What did your son do, Bernadette?
During year 11 and 12, he was notoriously late or didn't turn up for school, so I was constantly getting phone calls or text messages asking me to explain. So he got sick of that, so he went into the office with a piece of paper and said, Mum's changed a number, here's a new number, and it was his number. So he could just reply to the text messages that the school sent and explain why he was late or he didn't turn up.
When did he get caught, Bernadette?
Clever.
When the school rang me and said they thought he'd hacked into the computer system. And I said he can't have because he's not bright enough.
So your son is Julian Assange.
That is, look, you know what? Was there a moment where you had to take a deep breath and go, it's not bad, Bernadette?
Yeah, it's clever.
not bad.
Well, it was, and everyone we tell the story to is so proud of him.
Yeah.
But, I was proud of him because I thought, wow, he's turning up at school on time. I'm not getting any more text messages. How good is he?
Mum, he's put you through the
and this went on for
ringer.
about 6 months.
Oh, he's played it brilliantly.
Bernadette, how is he now? Has he changed? Has he matured?
Well, he has. He's 27 now and he's a paramedic in Canberra, so he's not doing too bad.
There we go. Congratulations. See, Mum can take a breath.
That's great. Vicky. Hello, Vic.
Hi.
Tell us about your 6-year-old.
My 6-year-old got hauled into the principal's office, and so did I. And they were horrified at his behaviour at recess because he was teaching the other kids how to play poker.
Oh, how to play what? Sorry, Vic?
Oh, she's cutting it. Hey, Vicky, take a step to the left, Vic, and tell us again, what was he playing? Was he playing poker? No, she's gone.
I taught them all in the school holiday.
Oh, don't. We just need that one crucial word.
I think she said poker.
What did he teach?
It's for 6-year-olds, it's not.
Oh,
in
no.
a year 1 class to tell other kids about the royal flush, it's not bad.
No, thank you, Vic. Oh, Vic's still there, is she? Are we going to go to Vic? What was it?
So, Vicky, was it poker?
Oh, you can only do so much, mate.
Oh, yeah, money. Okay, they were betting money. Yes, maybe poker.
Yeah, I love a guess the story.
That's going to do my head in all day.
Yeah.
I'm going to look. Can we throw to Vicky this time tomorrow, Tom, and hook it just to see?
What a long hook. That's good.
Well done.
Do you want to try one more time?
Not
now?
really. No, I've lost interest.
Do you know
come
what?
on.
Let's roll the dice, like the kid has, I suppose.
Vicky, what was your kid teaching the other students in the playground?
He was teaching them how to play poker.
Wow.
Yes, that's the payoff.
We assumed as much.
Nana had taught them in the holidays, and they were going to give him the cane, and I said, don't you dare. I think that shows entrepreneurial skills, plus math skills, plus many things, so I took him home.
Good on you.
Bought him a milkshake.
Oh, good on you.
Now he's counting cards in Vegas and he's a multi-millionaire.
Good on you, Vicky. Thanks for sticking around. Let's never get Vicky on again.
Oh, I like Vicky from Croydon.
Hey, in the biz, mate, that's known as a payoff. And you know what?
The biz.
In the biz.
The biz.
That's radio jargon for a payoff.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I am hopeless with forgetting where things are.
Yeah, or remembering. I think you're very good at forgetting where things are. I think you've mastered it. You don't know what day of the week it is.
Gee, I've started well, haven't I? I lose things a lot, and I lose really. Do you know the one thing I lose all of the time?
Your mind?
Is my mind. I forget words, but no, I also forget the pass to get into this building.
Oh yeah, you're not good with your swipe card, are you?
Oh, like I know some people take it off the lanyard and put it in their wallet, but you've got to wear the lanyard because the lanyard represents whether you work here or not. not, and I
how
like to
good.
abide by the rules.
You feel so powerful with a lanyard, don't you?
I work at Nova.
I love walking around the city with a lanyard.
Well, you keep it on, do you, mate? Even on the
Do you?
weekends?
I like it. I was hanging out around a hospital yesterday in a suburb.
With a lanyard?
No. And I love it when you see people on their lunch break and they have their little lanyards
Yeah, they
on
do.
and their little clippy things with their photo on it. And it makes me think, oh, they're really important. They work at the hospital. They've done something really good today. They're helping people.
And
I smile at them.
You've got your swipe card around your neck, and just this could get me into the prize cupboard.
Yeah, maybe. Or the stationery would be.
Stationery
Or maybe
cupboard.
I could grab some free porridge off the free shelf.
See how exciting is that?
Anyway, there's this guy out of Cambridge University, and basically he's saying when you forget things, and maybe my mother's tried to teach me this over the years, the idea of stressing out and trying to remember something is actually the thing that is making you forget it in the first place.
Gotcha.
You know, like, oh God, where are my keys? Or what was I going to say? And then you're thinking and you're overthinking, and the process of trying to force that thought back into your mind is keeping it blank.
Do you do that one at
altogether.
home where you walk into a room and then you go, what am I doing in here?
Yeah, I always do. Or I go
What am
upstairs.
I coming here for?
I'll go upstairs to get something, and I have a lot of purpose. And then I think, it can't be. Oh,
But
God.
how satisfying is the feeling when it comes to you, though?
Yeah, ting.
Yeah, I have to go to the toilet. That's right.
Yeah, that's usually obvious because your bladder's kind of giving
too
you a bit
true.
of curry. But it's funny you should say that, Fitzy, about the moment it comes back to you. What he's suggesting is, and maybe you've used this before, is calm down and sometimes just leave the room, leave the space in which you are trying so desperately to remember something and come back into that area and that space with a new demeanour, and quite often that thought will just float. It'll come back into your body like a wave.
So what by a new demeanour, what do you mean? Like just go and maybe change your clothes, walk in thinking, oh, I'm really confident walking into this room?
Well, maybe just shake it out.
Okay.
You know,
shake it out.
go and make a cup of tea.
Have a shower, forget about it.
But the thing is, in the morning when you're stressing out because you can't find your keys because you know you've put it on a bookshelf or it's in the laundry basket and you know you've seen them but you can't quite remember them. I'm talking through a usual morning of mine. It's best just to calm, but you often don't have that time.
How do we prove this?
Well, I actually have a little test. I mean, people listening can probably play along as well. And I thought you guys could do it. And the way we'll just test your memory of things with words, for example. So I've got a list of words here. I'm going to read them out to you. And then we're just going to, give it a bit of time. Maybe we'll play a song. You can shake it out. You can change your clothes if you feel like it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So walk in with a new demeanour.
And come back in and let's see whether the stressing out of trying to remember those words makes you actually forget them, or whether, a new refreshed attitude, Fitz, might help you remember.
So you've got a list of words.
I'm actually going to walk back in meaner. Like,
meaner.
When you say new demeanour, I'm just going to walk in and have a go at everyone.
Come back in the
Hopefully that'll...
You are so clever. All right, here are your words, and play along if you're in the car. Try and remember as many as you can. Put the pen down, Fitzy. You're not allowed to write them down.
I'm not writing.
Okay. Boat.
Boat.
Don't repeat them. I knew you would muck this up for me.
Oh, no.
Don't be annoying.
You got to associate. This is an association game as well. Go.
Okay, let's not talk about every word. Boat. Coffee. Camera. Pencil. Veranda.
I'm gone already.
Whale.
Yeah.
Too quick.
Oh. Whale. Oh, that's not what you meant. Good one.
Where's my bell? Hang on.
Tattoo. Cloud. Vegemite.
Yeah.
And one of my favourite words of all time.
Michael.
Discuss.
I think I've got them all.
All right, so there are your words. I'm not going to repeat them. Let's see how we go. Don't stress out about trying to remember them. Let's see if they flow back into your body, and we're going to test your memory next. You would have heard the 10 words that I read out. that you had to put in your little memory bank. But don't stress out about it because this professor in Cambridge is saying that's what can make us forget in the first place.
So how do you want to do this?
What I want to do, how I want to do it is to have you stay right out of it until I point to you and then you speak.
Okay.
I've read the words. Maybe we just go one for one. So, Fitzy, you tell me a word you remember, then we'll go to Wippa and we'll see how long we last and how maybe. Okay, you're ready to go.
Hello, Governor. No, I've walked in with a new demeanour. I'm Cockney. Hello, Governor. Shine your shoes for you.
A bit different.
Oh, that's good. I've never heard that one come out of your mouth.
Got to pick a pocket or two.
All right, we'll start with Wippa. Tell me a word of the 10 words that you happen to remember.
Coffee.
Well, you just gave me one and you read it off the list, so yes. Fitz.
You'll go, Ryan.
Boat.
Well, that was the first word. Is that why it's sticking in your head? Tommy, are you playing? We're just doing the boys.
No, I'm not playing.
All right, good. Whip.
Discuss.
Excellent.
Damn it.
Fitz.
Vegemite.
Excellent. Whip.
Tattoo.
Oh, Fitz. Come on, mate. You've had 2 words.
Penny for your thoughts.
You've done that one.
I've got to walk in with a new demeanour.
Okay.
Another one.
And this is what's happening now. You're trying to think too hard and your mind is blank. It's the stress you're now putting on your mind to remember that's making you forget.
So I've just got to let go? Is that what I have
don't
to
let
do?
go completely because we'll have a mess in the studio. No, Fitz, come on.
Cake.
What?
No, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just going to count you out now. Wippa.
Whale.
Excellent.
Damn.
Come on, Wippa.
Pencil.
Yes. My God, I wouldn't have thought this. Come on.
Cloud.
Oh, my. Wow. There's only two words to go.
Was camera one?
Oh, you only have one word of the 10 words.
Breasts.
No. I know I'm trying to give you a clue,
the girls gave you clues the whole time.
No, we didn't.
And veranda was the last one.
Veranda. Then why are you doing that around your boobs?
Well, it's a ladies' veranda, is it not?
Fitz and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.